Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you inside the LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. This is Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018, and we welcome you to homecoming night. We're past the first half of the season now. We're starting to head into that part of the season now where these teams are going to start making a playoff push, and it starts right here for Thermopolis to try and improve their chances here as they take on the number 5 ranked Cokeville Panthers coming out of the northern part of Lincoln County. Oh, my Lord. And it's Class 2A West football right here on TBS. And Thermopolis Bobcats and the Cokeville Panthers both heading into this game 2-2. The Panthers have won 2 of 3 of their conference matchups. They most recent win coming off last week against the Pinedale Wranglers, where they won that game 51-8. Last week, and then the Thermopolis Bobcats took on the Lovell Bulldogs last week. We were not there for that game, and judging by the score, probably a good thing. Lovell Bulldogs won that home game 42-14. The Bobcats' second road game of the year, not going as planned. Of course, they will head back on the road next week to take on the Lyman Eagles, and we will be there in Lyman for that game. The Cokeville Panthers have had 2 losses, we mentioned that, and those games were actually by some pretty interesting opponents. They lost to an out-of-state team on September 6th. That made them an 0-1 team. The West Jefferson Panthers out of Terraton, Idaho. That team right now currently sitting 3-1 in the Idaho high school football standings. So, okay, that's one thing. They beat Lyman on their next week, and then they lost to Mountain View on the road 14-6. And Mountain View is the number 1 team in not just Class 2A, or not just Class 2A West, but all of Class 2A. So if you lose to Mountain View by only 1 touchdown, you're a pretty good team. So with that being said, the Cokeville Panthers will definitely be ones to watch here tonight. But Bobcats, here on homecoming night, they are going to play their all for their community, the alumni that are here in attendance tonight. And if you look on the camera feed here on the other side of the field, a bunch of Panthers in attendance here, making that trip all the way up from northern Lincoln County, from the Star Valley, just to get here. That is a long drive, something like, what, 5 hours? I mean, I got exhausted driving to Kemmerer a couple weeks ago. I can't imagine going down to driving up from Cokeville, that and driving a big freaking bus. But with that, the Panthers, hopefully the road will be getting the ball first. Hopefully the road wear will not get to the Panthers too much here tonight. The Bobcats and the Panthers right here on Two Basin Sports Network, the number 5 ranked team in all Class 2A according to yopreps.com. Cokeville Panthers moved up from Class 9-man a couple of years ago, and they have actually settled in really well here in Class 2A. And, God, I think this town only has, 200, 300 people. Obviously, they're probably drawing in some students from around the Lincoln County area, but still really interesting to see them here up in Class 2A and doing as well as they are. That lost to that Idaho team, and Mountain View. Their only Wyoming loss was to Mountain View. So 2-1 against Wyoming opponents here in 2024. Bobcats looking for revenge after a loss to the Lovell Bulldogs. Panthers will be kicking it away to start the game. Your normal suspects back in the backfield here, ready to return. Coming up at halftime, we'll keep tabs on your scores from around the basin, around the Wind River and Bighorn basins, with a lot of Friday night matchups here tonight, including a couple of a couple of inside the basin matchups. Lovell and Worland playing tonight, so that should be interesting. Also, some news regarding the Tongue River and Upton Sundance game. Cokeville Panthers getting set to kick it away here to start the game. You're watching homecoming football here on TBSN. Let's take a look at the standings before they kick it away. You can take a look right there. Thermopolis in the playoff hunt. They are in that bracket of the standings that is not going to qualify for the playoffs. They're going to kick it away here. Far side picked up. He's going to try and run toward the middle, but he's whistled down.
Number 2, Bridger Pyle with the return.
So that was Pyle back there. Why is the horn going off? Speaking of horn, I don't think the guy in the student section has a train horn, or I don't think the guy with the train horn is in the student section today, unfortunately. I was kind of looking forward to that. 11:56 here. 4 seconds off the board with Pyle on the return on the far side. 1st and 10 coming up for the Bobcats. Guy to watch here today. Sorry, the guy to watch today. I'm just going to be keeping my eye here on. I'm going to keep my eye here on Ryan Aarons. It'll be a run up the middle for the Bobcats. He's dragged forward for a little bit of a gain there. So the Panthers, I thought, had a TFL there. Brought down by a, what is it? I usually do this every game. Yeah, I can search up what a pack of Panthers is on Google. I'll have that for you later, I guess. But a gang tackle there by the Panthers. 2nd down coming up here. 2nd and 7 as they got a 3-yard gain on the play. Bobcats look to be in a shotgun set, and a bit of an early jump there for number 23 of the Panthers. He's going to run inside. Here comes Dukes with the run. He's going to get up the middle, and he will be brought down past the 30. 1st down. Taking a look at some of the statistics here. Performances. I want team statistics. Okay. Coming into this game, Thermopolis and Cokeville actually sitting neck and neck with each other for that 3rd place spot in team rushing. Thermopolis has 181 yards per game. Cokeville with 173 yards per game. Thermopolis has about 30 more yards rushing than Cokeville in total. A run to the far side here and brought down for a small gain. Well, I've been criticizing Thermopolis' rush offense this whole season, but they're right now, like I said, they're sitting 3rd place in team rushing this year. Team passing a little bit to be desired. They're not even cracking the top 10, but Cokeville sitting as the 8th best passing offense in Class 2A. As for team offense, Cokeville actually has the upper hand here. Cokeville sitting 6th in Class 2A, Thermopolis sitting 7th. Those statistics brought to you by yopreps.com. The snap, it'll be a pass. He's going to throw to the far or near side, and it is up and picked off. And it was picked off by number 10 for the Cokeville Panthers. That is Cashton Walker, the sophomore, on the catch there.
1st and 10, Panthers. And
it was a pass, a bit of a bullet there to the near side. It was deflected, and it landed in a Panther's hand there. Unfortunate situation for the Bobcats. Not really, I can't really say that's an interception that can be blamed on the QB. Either way, Panthers will get the 1st and 10 at the 45. We got pretty good connection here so far. Fingers crossed. 3 running backs in the backfield, and it'll be a handoff to the far side. He's still on his feet and brought down. The run made by Justin Moyes, a senior.
Number 15 with the run. With Christian on the tackle.
So Aaron's credited with the tackle there. 9:48 to go. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Cokeville Panthers. Just in case you're just tuning in, first quarter, 9:40 to go here on homecoming night here in Thermopolis. The Cokeville Panthers and the Thermopolis Bobcats. Snap. It'll be a handoff to the near side. Breaks 2 tackles there. Breaks 3. And he'll finally be brought down on that near side. The run made by number 5, Payson Walker, a senior. You want to talk about a bad romance. Bobcats have had a bad romance with rushing defense this season. Even if the statistics don't exactly back it up, Thermopolis is 3rd in Class 2A. But just the eye test alone, it's not been a great season. Number 5 spins, and he's going to get himself in there. Touchdown, Cokeville.
Number 5 with the touchdown.
And that is Kaysen Walker, back-to-back handoffs, and Cokeville will get on the board first off of an explosive drive in their end, in the Bobcats' end of the field. We'll make it a 6-0 ball game here as the Cokeville Panthers once again showing just how, I guess, kind of taking some stuff over from 9-man still. The rush offense has just been pretty good so far in the 3-4 sample plays that we've seen. Here comes Cokeville getting set for the 2-point conversion. One of the few teams that doesn't kick PATs these days, I guess. In motion. The snap, it'll be a pass here. He'll run, or never mind, it'll actually just be a quarterback keeper, far side, and he doesn't get in. I think that was Cashton Walker on the carry there, but the Cokeville Panthers do not get the points with it. Bobcats do make one good stand. We'll be right back. Bobcats and Panthers here on homecoming night. Welcome me back inside of Hot Springs County High School here at LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Bobcats. Bobcats and the Panthers of Cokeville High School. Well, the Panthers getting set to kick it away after a big rushing touchdown by Cason Walker of the Panthers. And a huge thank you, rosters here presented to you by the Ranger in Riverton. So, not sponsoring us, but a big shout out to those guys for making sure I don't look like an idiot on stream. Big crowd here for homecoming night, getting set to kick it away, and it's up. Back to return, and it's going to go out the back of the end zone for a touchback, so the Bobcats will start at their own 20. The marching band, pretty plentiful tonight, bringing in a mix of community members and HSCHS students. Bobcats getting set to line up here, first and 10. And it looks like they're going to bunch them up here, so this could be a run play. Del Duke's playing tight end there. That's interesting. The snap. And no big surprise. They run up the near side. I think it's Dukes on the carry. Or check that, Zane Stam. The black sleeves threw me off. I'm sorry. That's going to sound kind of racist, but
66.
The black sleeves threw me off. It's not even that cold out here. In fact, it's actually 85 degrees here in Thermopolis. Maybe it's turf tape. For what turf? We play on natural grass. 8:42 to go here in the first quarter. Homecoming night here. The snap. And it looks like a keeper by Dukes up the middle. He'll be brought down.
Money Dukes with the keeper.
And that'll be third down and maybe about 2, I think. 3 or 2 coming up for the Bobcats. It is 3rd and 2. And Dukes was, he had a pretty good set of yards there, but brought down by a pride of Panthers there on that near side. The snap, and it'll be a run to the far side. Up the middle. Had me there for a second. I guess that's why they designed those fake handoffs. Fooling defenses and announcers alike. 3rd down or 4th down coming up now for the Bobcats. 4th and 1.
4th down.
Bobcats have only attempted one pass today, and it was picked off on an attempt, I believe, to Aaron's. A bit of a messy play on that one, but the Bobcats do need to start diversifying a little bit. They can't just have Dukes running up the middle forever. That's probably my biggest criticism of the Bobcats here is that they just run the same play thinking it's going to work. And you know what the definition of insanity is. Here comes the snap. It's Stammed in the near side, and the Panthers are celebrating. And he is marked down short of the first, so the Panthers will get the turnover on, or they'll force the turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 coming up for Cokeville. Pepsi Town. I have to make that joke at least once. Pepsi Town, Dr. Pepperberg. Let's see. Banta Village. The snap, it'll be a run up the near side for the Panthers. Not really any gain there, maybe 1 yard, if that. Second down coming up for Cokeville. Some subs coming off the field here, 45 and 24. That is Flint Linford and Cutler Keach coming off of the field here. Here come the Panthers once again. Halfway through, or almost halfway, where you have 6:40 on the board here. I need to figure out how to program a clock on the scorebook here. The snap, a run up the far side. He is brought down swiftly. The tackle made by Aarons. I think the run was by... I got his number, but I can't remember what it was. I think I have dementia.
Chris Aaron with the tackle.
Third down here, and what has not been a very good... 15. It's Justin Moyes on the run. This is a name pretty familiar to me. Moyes in motion on the far side. A fake handoff. He'll roll out to the far side. Rolls, and it's going to be a pass. Up, and it's caught.
45.
And did he get in? He did. Touchdown, Panthers. And a heck of a pass there. See, Bowker? You see what happens when you work with your kids on passing? Stuff like that happens. Bobcats' poor pass defense coming into motion here now as they have given up a 20, I'd say probably like a 20-yard, 18-yard bomb thrown by Walker on that one. Two-point conversion coming up. In motion is Teichert. The snap, a run up the gut. He's in for two. So with that, that'll make it a 14-0 ball game. And with that, we will take a quick break here halfway through the first quarter here on a sweltering October day. And I mean sweltering. God help me. Not a great day for me to wear slacks. Huh? Anyway, we'll be right back. 14-0 when we come back. Cokeville on top. Like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Bobcats and the Panthers on Two Bases Sports Hour. It's brought to you by absolutely nobody. Actually, check that. Brought to you by brought to you by your generous support here on the TVS and YouTube channel. Links to the PayPal in the description if you'd like to support our work and guarantee coverage of Bobcat athletics and Warland Warriors soccer and select Shoshone Wranglers activities in the future. Speaking of Shoshone, we'll try and make our way out there at some point. The kick is away. Back to return is Aarons, and he will get the turf monster. It'll go over his head, not the back of the end zone. Part of me wonders if that wasn't intentional to try to draw the touchback. Probably saw the Panthers coming there. It could be a mixture of both. Maybe he was trying to duck down and the turf got him, but you never know. I'm not Chris Aarons, so I don't know what goes on in that kid's mind. Or I'm sorry. Did I get that right? Ryan Aarons. My bad, not Chris, guys. I'm sorry. 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. In motion is Chris Aarons. A pass play here to it's going to fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
Can't see who. I think it was Collins. It was the intended receiver. I can't see the jersey now. That's the problem here with these gray jerseys. These gray jerseys, the purple lettering, they need to get the purple and gold jerseys back, bro. This is like ridiculous. Whoever designed those jerseys needs to be fired. The snap. And they pitch to the near side. It's going to be not very much at all there.
A toss by number 23. Barons. Tackle by Walker.
So 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Bobcats. Not even pretty slow moving first quarter, actually. Usually it's a pretty quick first half, but the snap. Drops back to pass. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. Throws to the right side. He is it's incomplete. And number 52, the one that gave him the most pressure there, that was Trip Reese, a junior.
The Bobcats are punting.
Bobcats sending out the punt team. 4th down, 5 minutes to go. Snap, the kick is up. He's back to return. He's going to get it here. Far side, he's got room to run. He's wrapped up and he's brought down. Great run there by Justin Moyes, and the couldn't see who took him down on the play.
The 1st down for the Cokeville Panthers.
Cokeville 1st and 10. And this will be their 3rd offensive possession of the game, I believe. Here comes Cokeville getting ready to go. 1st and 10. Their 3rd offensive series of the game, like we said earlier. Getting set. Moyes in motion. A fake pitch, and he'll hand it off up the middle. Got some flags down there. Not so sure if that is a penalty flag or if that's just a pink towel they threw on the field for the heck of it. It is on the Panthers. It is a penalty. What? Okay. I like the breast cancer awareness thing. I know it's October, and I'm all for that. But don't make the flags pink. At least now we know for future reference, if there's a pink towel on the flag, it is a penalty. Just WHSA, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm not liking this, bro. The snap, a handoff up the middle, driving, and he is down. The Panthers not getting the kind of drive that they'd like so far, although I was about to say that about their last one, and then they scored. A lot of fans here with the face paint here today. Gotta love some of the designs that come up with these homecoming face paints. 2nd down and long coming up for the Panthers. They're set, ready to go. He'll roll back to pass. He's going to pump fake, rolls out to the far side, and that might be a illegal forward pass, but it's incomplete anyway. Ammon Hatch, the one that was targeted on the play, looked like he crossed the line of scrimmage to me, but again, doesn't matter. It's incomplete.
About 13.
Here comes Cokeville. The pass from Cashton Walker to Hatch was incomplete. 3rd down and 14. Coming up for the Panthers. The snap, a bit of a high one. Drops back the pass. Under a little bit of pressure. Rolls out to the far side. Throws. And it's batted down. I think I saw Casey McKay on Nolan Collins actually on the SWAT. I thought I saw a 3 there. But great defensive back work by Collins there on that far side. He's been a pretty under-the-radar kind of player. He's been there, he's making plays, but just kind of, for some reason, just goes under the radar. 4th down coming up on the first punt attempt for Cokeville. It's up, almost blocked. Dell Dukes back to return it. He'll take it, and he'll run near side with it. And he is brought down by 2 Panthers on the play. The first hit was made by trying to get his jersey number. And looked like a Panther shaking up. I think it was made by... Okay, I guess we just don't know who the first contact was made by. Sorry. Bobcats holding up signs on that near sideline. And this will be their 3rd offensive drive of the game. The last 2 have not gone their way. The first was a pick, the other was a punt. In motion is Aarons. The snap, fake snap off the dummy cap there. Far side, he's running with it. He's wrapped up, brought down by the Panthers, and it was a run there by Zane Stam, the senior. And it'll bring up 2nd down off of, I think, a 4-yard gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. A lot of purple and gold here. Cokeville has their own little supporters over there, despite a 5-hour drive. I think I've counted something about 18, 19, 20 fans in that Cokeville section. 2 men in the backfield here alongside Dukes. The snap and shotgun, drops back the pass. Dukes throws to the right side. Caught by Aarons. Should be enough for a 1st down, and he is going to slip on the turf there as he's going to slip on the turf before Ammon Hatch was able to get to him there. 1st down for the Bobcats, their first one of the game. 3 minutes to go here for the first quarter. The band over there trying to decide what tunes they want to play. Play Iron Man or Crunch Time. That's my favorite too. In motion. It'll be a run for, I think that's Dukes up the near side. Or far.
Run for 22 on the tackle for Cokeville.
It's either that or Pile. I think it was Pile. I saw a 2 there. Again, Armani Dukes and...
2nd down for your Bobcat.
Armani Dukes and Zane Stam wearing black sleeves. Now, I'm sorry, what were you smoking when you decided to wear black sleeves in 85 degrees? I don't care if it's October, it's 85 degrees outside. In shotgun, the snap. Armani rolling out to the right side. He's got room. And a bit of a shoulder hit there. He breaks it. Finally brought down, though, by Trip Reese on the near side. But what a hit on the near side as Dukes was not willing to go down there. 3rd down coming up for the Bobcats. Here comes Thermopolis, ready to go again. The snap, a run up the middle. Should be good enough for the first, and I think it might just be an inch more than they needed. And it looks like that's another Bobcat 1st down. Well, fans, if you pay attention to the middle of the field, you can see this time they painted the T in the middle of the field, something they normally reserve for homecoming. And it just stays there until the season ends.
3rd down, Bobcat.
In which case, the senior night is actually in 2 weeks, so that T is only going to be there for 2 games, unfortunately. And I've always thought that was kind of stupid. I think they need to paint that in August and get it ready. I mean, I know it kind of makes it a little bit special for homecoming, but it just looks ridiculous to have a naked field, in my opinion. Aaron's in motion. The snap. It'll be a pass. It's caught! Far side! He's got it past the 40! Down straight over the shoulder! And it's down past the 30! That's another Bobcat! 1st down!
15 on the tackle.
Justin Moyes was able to stop the damage from going any further. Keep things rolling. 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. Here come the Bobcats on a fresh set of downs. Getting close to the red zone here. In motion is Aarons. Another pass. Throws it to the right side. It's caught by Dukes. And inside the 20. And he's finally brought down. And that's another Bobcat. First down. And a red zone alert for your Thermopolis Bobcats. Now, don't get too excited. The Bobcats have not had a very good record in the red zone this season. They've had a lot of stalled drives on this part of the field. But let's see if this plane's got enough gas here. In motion, the snap. It'll be a handoff here up the middle, and he's got it. Zane Stam. I think he's just short. No, he did. Touchdown, Bobcats. Zane Stam once again. Prime time Stam. And here they are getting set for the PAT. Snap by Dukes. Kick is up, and it is no good on the kick by Cannon Boren. Check that, it's actually through. Again, guys, same thing as that Riverton Middle School game. The angles are just getting me today. Bobcats are able to push it through. It's a one-score game here at Homecoming. 14-7 when we come back. You're watching Bobcat football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. I'd like to welcome you back. An electrifying drive for the Bobcats that capped it off with a Zane Stam touchdown. And then the extra point by Cannon Boren. Just like before we get back going, let's remind you of the 2A West standings. Thermopolis in a bit of a must-win situation to get themselves up into that top three behind Worland and Mountain View. Cokeville currently sitting in that third seed in the 2A West. Bobcats, right now, they are the first one out in terms of the playoff hunt. We'll be keeping a track of that the next few games. Season ends at the end of October, and then it's off to the playoffs, and hopefully the state championship second week in November, huh? I'm just joking. That's not going to happen. As long as Mountain View exists, that's not going to happen. Unless Mountain View has like a historic collapse. Cannon Bourne getting set to kick it away. The kick is up, and this one is going to get returned here. It's muffed. He'll pick it up near the 20. Running out to the far side, he is brought down. Payson Walker, nowhere to go. Bobcats have started a spark now. They just got to get that momentum going. 14-7 here from LeRoy Hayesfield. Pyle once again getting in there, getting his hands dirty. 1st and 10 coming up for the Panthers. The the Pepsi Town Kitties.
First down for the Cokeville Panthers.
Down at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Bobcats own red zone here. And the purple and gold Getting ready here on the defensive side. It'll be a run up the far side and brought down for a gain of about 2 on the play. Second down coming up. Can't really call them the purple Ride L's anymore because they've recently invested in some Shut F7 helmets for some of the players. So I guess just the purple hats will work. But the buzzer sounds here for the end of the first quarter. And 12 more minutes to go here in this half, and another 36 minutes to go in the game. We'll be right back. 3 more quarters of homecoming football coming up when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. It's homecoming night here. It's 2A West football on Two Basin Sports Network. The Cokeville Panthers sitting number 5 in all of Class 2A. Currently sitting 3rd in the standings here in a comfortable spot for the playoffs so far. However, there are still 3 more games to go after this, so we'll just have to see that as it plays out. Second down coming up for the Panthers here. 12 minutes to go on the clock. The snap and a run to the near side, and forward progress is stopped. And I saw a 53 there amongst the pile. So that was, I think, James Witt on the tackle.
Third down coming up.
So third down, and looks like a Panther scrambling off the field here. That looks to be Nephi Cook. Gotta remember, Lincoln County is Mormon territory, so there's probably going to be a couple of weird names here. The snap and a pitch to the far side. He's got a lot of room to run, and he'll get the first down and more. Still on his feet. Take it down near the 40. And he'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Cokeville Panthers. Coming up at halftime, we'll have a bit of my thoughts on the first half as well as scores from around the Two Basins. Stick around for that. Halftime. About to say when we come back. Halftime coming up at about, we'll have that show ready for you about, I'd say probably 10 minutes into the halftime period. The snap. A run up the middle, and he's stopped amongst the scrum.
Whole bunch of Bobcats on that tip.
So second down and 10. 10:49 to go here in the second quarter. And the student section has brought signs here. It's only a matter of time before the student section started piling in. Homecoming night here. The students are out. The one time they are actually proud to be a part of this school. The run toward the near side, and a bit of a wrap-up missed tackle there. Kason Walker on the run there. It'll bring up third down off of an Aaron's tackle.
3rd and short for the Cokeville Panthers.
And the Cokeville Panthers near side, 3rd down, and I'd say 2. 10 minutes to go. Lining up for the snap. It'll be a handoff up the near side. It'll get a 1st down and just a little bit more. And with that, a 1st down run by Kason Walker.
1st down, Cokeville.
And there's a sign up there in front of me that says win or lose. At least we don't live in Cokeville. Okay, listen, Cokeville's a nice place. I haven't been there, but it looks like a nice place on Google Maps. The snap and a run up the near side. And the run was made, I think, by Cashton Walker. Or sorry, check that. It was Justin Moyes.
Aaron's a whip on the tackle.
So 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Cokeville Panthers. And the Meowin' Mormons have had a fantastic game here today so far. 8:55 to go in the second quarter. 14-7. Cokeville on top. In motion, the snap. It'll be a keeper for the quarterback. And he's got room, and he's going to get a first down and just a little bit more. He'll be taken down close to the 30, if not at it. Looks like he'll be on the 31. First down either way for the Cokeville Panthers. And it looked like the run was by Moyes. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if they just set him in motion as a dummy or if it was just... I don't know. Could have been Cashton Walker on the run there. I think I'm Dory from Finding Nemo. I got short-term memory loss, it seems. Breaking out 1st and 10. Lining up near side. Receiver looks to be Ammon Hatch. In motion is Walker. The snap. It'll be a quarterback keeper.
10 with the keeper.
And a run up the far side is stopped on the run by Cashton Walker. Cason Walker is the one in motion. So the two brothers here. And here comes Cokeville getting ready to go at it again. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Panthers. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Here comes the snap. A run up the far side. Breaks one tackle, and he will not break another. And looked like Cason Walker on the run. The senior has been getting himself quite a bit of mileage here today. 3rd down and 5 on the 2-yard run. Here comes Cokeville getting set to go. Ball on the 25-yard line, 5 yards away from the red zone. In motion, the snap, a fake pitch. It'll be a handoff and a big hit. I'm trying to see who the jersey number on that one was, but a massive hit there. And he's going to feel that one in the morning. 4th down coming up for Cokeville.
4th down for Cokeville.
Well, he popped right up like a champ. Probably looked a lot worse up here in the grandstands than it probably felt. 4th and 4, I believe this is. Cokeville's run attack has not been working that great. It's worked, but just not probably as good as their passing game so far. 3 men in the backfield, and the botch snap will be a run up the middle for the quarterback, and he, I think, was marked just short. It'll be a turnover on downs, if I'm correct here.
Buckner on the tackle.
Mac Buckner on the tackle, coming in like a Mack truck on that one. And a turnover on downs. The Bobcat fans cheering.
1st down, Bobcat.
You can see at the student section there with their homemade signs. That's probably the best part. I don't know. I have a lot of things that are best part about high school football. I don't know if it's just the student section, the band, the atmosphere, the fans that aren't students. I don't know. I don't know what's the best part. High school football is just freaking awesome. What can I say?
Coming up to me.
Okay, they're going to measure it here. So let's see here. I don't know if the camera is good enough for you to see it yourself here, but it is nowhere near close to the chain there. It'll be a turnover on downs. Bobcats make a fantastic stand. The number, you got to remember, Thermopolis, according to WyoPreps anyway, maybe not passing the eye test. However, according to WyoPreps.com, number 3 rush defense in 2A. And they are showing it right here. And in case anybody cares, the people they are behind, Worland and Bighorn. The snap, it'll be a pass here. Dukes will throw it deep, a bomb, and it is overthrown. Dale Dukes, the target on the play there. And unfortunate there. And Armani Dukes, I think they just need to get him warmed up a little bit. Bowker needs to start using him a little bit more. I'm kind of a little bit perturbed with how much they ran the ball this year. They need to get Dukes warmed up here. They can't just give up on him after one throw. I feel like he's had a couple of good throws here in that first quarter. They just got to keep that going. Nolan Collins coming in. Dell Dukes looks like they might just be switching sides of the field, it looks like. I keep forgetting they like to switch the receivers here. The snap. It looks like a run up the far side. He got some room there. He'll be brought down. Great gain on the play there. I couldn't catch who ran it, though. It's either Aarons or Stam. Third down coming up for the Bobcats. Collins lined up near side receiver. It's Dukes on the far side out near the Cokeville side. And it looks like Cokeville still using that four-man front. You got four orange helmets lined up on that defensive line. Linebackers shooting in, ready to go in case of a run. Might be a blitz here. In motion. And a run. No, it's going to be a keeper. It looks like a bit of an option play. Dukes pisses it out to Aarons. Near side. He's got the first down, and that's going to be enough. And a 1st and 10 situation for your Thermopolis Bobcats.
Bobcats got a first down.
First and 10 for the Bobcats. Last time they were on offense, they scored off a run by Zane Stam. Shotgun set here for the Bobcats. 3 men lined up about 5 yards back from the offensive line. It'll be a throw over the middle. It's caught! And right there, just short of the first down. It was Chris Aarons on the catch. Second down coming up for the Bobcats off of a dagger up the middle.
Coming up, 2nd and short.
You got to hand it to the Cats here. They've had a pretty good game thus far. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. They've had a lot of stuff going. And I've had a lot of criticism about this Bobcat offense the past 4 weeks of the season, and even during the Newcastle scrimmage. It looks like they're finally getting, it's a little bit late, I guess, second half of the season, but they're finally getting their stuff together here. The snap. A run for Aarons up the far side. I don't know what forward progress will get him at here. And he has marked down, I think, past the marker, so it could be a first down. I'm waiting on that one real quick. They might measure it here.
Gain.
Nope, no. There was a gain, Andrew. I promise you that. So referees, are they going to measure it, or are they going to... Looks like they've got it, and that's another Bobcat first down. First and 10 for the Bobcats. It was a close run there by Chris Aarons, number 32. I'm trying to get it a little bit more consistently here. I get Ryan and Chris mixed up quite a bit. They got similar numbers, okay? You just flip their numbers around and boom, there's an Aarons. But shotgun set in motion is... I don't know who that is. A throw up to the near side. Caught by Dale Dukes for a first down.
First down.
A 15-yard reception, and that's another Bobcat. First down. Bobcat offense has been electric so far this afternoon. It's still a pretty toasty 80 degrees here. Ain't no wonder Sheridan's on fire. Shotgun set here. Armani Dukes has a man to his hip. Sends a man in motion, ready to go. A couple of linebackers adjusting for Cokeville. It'll be a run up the far side, or up the middle here by Armani Dukes on the keeper. Doesn't get, actually he lost yards. And timeout, Bobcats. We'll be right back. Bobcat timeout. When we come back, Bobcats still down by 7 here on homecoming night. Like talking back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. And the Bobcats and the Panthers here on homecoming night. 2:57 to go. We'll have a bit of a halftime show ready for you. I deliver my thoughts on the first half as well as scores from around the Wind River and Bighorn Basin. Coming up right here on TBSN. And a keeper by Armani Dukes. He's got a whole room to run. And he is brought down for a gain of 9. And it'll bring up second down for the Bobcats. Never mind, we got laundry, and it's not pink this time. So let's see what the penalty was for. I assume it's probably on Thermop, but we'll just have to wait that out just in case. I've been wrong a couple times this season when I made these early calls, so just have to wait on the referees to give the hand signal. Camera work is a little bouncy today, I guess. Camera has just been hopping all over the place. I think I just need to get some 3M strap. I know I've said that the last couple of weeks, but... And they're going to keep things going here. Third down. So third down and 1 for the Bobcats. A fullback dive here for Aarons. He will be brought down for a gain of about 5 on the play for the Bobcat. First down. 2:30 to go.
Chris Aarons on the run.
Chris Aarons, unlike his brother usually gets the spotlight here. But now it's Chris's turn to get some recognition. Number 32 has had a heck of a night tonight. The snap, handoff to Stam. Never mind a fake handoff. We got flags flying here, and the pink ones. I guess they're alternating between the pink and the yellow flags here tonight. I actually kind of like that. I guess if it was just exclusively the pink flags, I'd have a problem with it. But pink flags fly, breast cancer awareness. So let's see what the call on the play was here. Personal foul, face mask on Cokeville. So that's going to be a huge help for the Bobcats.
First down, Bobcats.
And that is kind of, you could be the best team in the nation. Okay, you could be like Mater Dei or Duncanville or DeSoto, whatever you have, right? But if you constantly are getting... Okay, I'll finish that thought once we come back. Cokeville timeout. Talking back inside LeRoy Hayes Field and coming off of the Cokeville penalty before the timeout. And I was about to have my thoughts on that. Oh, I forgot to change the quarter on the bar there. I apologize for that. It's not the first quarter. We're actually 2 minutes from the start of from halftime, actually. But yeah, you can have the best team in the nation, but if you're getting penalties, all those yards from your talented receivers and running back and all that's just going to come back, and you're not going to have much of a drive if you keep getting those flags thrown. So Cokeville really has to clamp down here. This is a talented Cokeville Panther team, but the penalties are killing them here in the second quarter. Armani Dukes getting ready for the snap. It's like an audible here. Or trying to ID the mic, probably. There'll be a pass play here. Pump fakes, rolls out to the far side. Dukes throws, and it looks like it was caught, and he's driven back a little bit there. Second down coming up for the Bobcats. For the fans in attendance that for some reason are listening to us, probably should go get yourself something to eat from the concession stands. Really interesting stuff over there. Maybe some nachos, maybe a pretzel, maybe some jerky, maybe some soda pop. Just saying, it's good. Bobcat concessions always do a really good job. I don't know who's running it today, though. And for those listening who are not at the game, get your butt down here and buy some concessions. 1:05 left to go. It'll be a run up the middle. Looks like Stam on the carry. And he'll be brought down. That freaking Wasp is back.
First down, Bobcat.
But another Bobcat first down off the run, so they'll make it first and goal. That scoreboard's been throwing me off. The LED panels on that clock are like, they're going out, and it's really making it difficult. So Hot Springs County School District, we need to start thinking about it. If you're not going to replace the scoreboard, at least like replace the LEDs and those things, because it's like really throwing me off here. Well, when the state forces them to, I guess they will. A snap and a keeper, running inside, and touchdown Bobcats! And the Bobcats on their second touchdown of the evening. The extra point by Cannon Gorin is good, so they'll take a quick break. 65 seconds to go here in the second quarter. When we come back, it'll be Bobcat kickoff.
Hometown royalty.
I'd like to welcome you back inside of Hot Springs County High School here at LeRoy Hayesfield, home of the Bobcats. Cannon Bourne getting set to kick it away. And coming up in about a minute or so, we'll take it to halftime here. About 5 minutes after the halftime buzzer sounds, we'll have a halftime show ready for you. Delivering to you my thoughts on that first half of Bobcat football, as well as scores from around the Wind River around the Wind River and Bighorn Basin. A lot of football going on today on Friday Night Lights here. That's all coming up right here on Two Basins Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018. Bobcats getting set to kick it away. Cannon Boren, the main kicker here. Boren, kick is up and it's away. Near side, getting ready to take it. He'll get it on the near side, running up toward the hash. He's going to continue to weave his way through. And finally brought down on the near side. The run made by number 52 on the play there. That doesn't sound right. If so, then that was Trip Reese. So the Bobcats have had a successful defensive stand. The offense has been electric. Slow and steady wins the race. They've had multiple plays during those last, those scoring drives. But the Bobcats defense has made things a little bit, let's just say if you have a heart condition, it's probably best not to watch this. Run up the middle here for Cokeville, and he'll be brought down. Down to the 40-yard line for the 2nd and 3 situation here. Clock running, 43 seconds. I think the Bobcats will be getting the ball to start the second half. So here, rolling out to the right side, throws on the run. It's picked! Inside! Touchdown! Bobcats! No, it's on the interception! And that kid has wheels. He escaped like 3 or 4 different Panthers to get to the end zone. And the pick six. Oh, please don't tell me they called it back. Please don't tell me they called it back. Okay, apparently they did call it back, but it will be 1st and 10 Bobcats. That's awful. I'm sorry, that's no. What was the flag for? .24 seconds, 24 seconds to go here in the second quarter. So Nolan Collins' pick six is ruined by a penalty. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Still 14-14. The snap. Screen pass. Throws it up far side. It's incomplete to Dale Dukes. 21 seconds on the board. 2nd down and 10 count up for the Bobcats. I'm telling you, if the Bobcats could train Bourne a little bit more, they could have a kicker that could probably take the field goal here. But no. This is Class 2A. We don't kick.
Now coming out for the Bobcats.
6-man teams kick. Don't know why we can't. I'm sorry. 21 seconds to go here. 2nd and 10. A run up the far side. He's got room. It's Dukes. 1st down and maybe just a little bit more.
Dukes with the run up.
3rd down coming up. I don't think he got to the sideline, but it's okay because it is a Bobcat timeout. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Bobcats tied as they use their 2nd timeout of the half. 8 seconds to go. Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network is brought to you by viewers like you. No, seriously. Your support means everything to us. Donation link in the description of the live stream. Also, if you're a company and would like to sponsor us, just email us, twobasinsportsnetwork@gmail.com, or call us at 307-388-9203. The phone number is on the your ad here thing, and the scrolling ticker on the bottom has both contact details. Once again, email me or phone or call me for any sponsorship package information that you might want. I guess your support helps guarantee Bobcat Athletics is streamed here on TBSN week in and week out. The snap, throws it over the near side, and it is picked off by the Panthers. And the low tackle is brought down by Zane Stam. The buzzer will sound. That will conclude the first half. We'll be back in just a little bit for your Two Basin Sports Hour halftime show. And, of course, the score here tied up at 14 at the end of the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. I went and got myself some water because that first half made my throat sore. So thanks, Zane Stam. You ruined my throat, and Nolan Collins. Anyway, this game has had a lot of stuff. Let's review the first half. Cokeville had a bit of a hot start in that first quarter. They scored 14, but the Bobcats came up with a score by Zane Stam to make it 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. And then another touchdown by, I forgot who scored it actually, tied the game up. And who was it against? Sorry, Cannon Boren made both of his PAT attempts tonight. For the Bobcats, 10 years ago, they wouldn't have known what a PAT was. And it's actually pretty cool. I will give Bowker credit that he is willing to kick PATs. So this doesn't look like a middle school team. This week's show is probably going to be a lot more positive, honestly, than I was to the Bobcats last couple of weeks. Because
I'm going to stay with the homecoming class competition final.
Sorry, despite
Third
the
was tied with the juniors and the freshmen.
Despite the first quarter slip-ups here, 14-7, Bobcats have gotten their act together, and they've actually presented a solid offense. And you have to remember, Cokeville is ranked as the number 5 team in all of Class 2A. They almost beat Mountain View, who is actually up there in the conversation for the best team in Wyoming, not just 2A. So with that being said, the fact that the Bobcats are on this kind of level with the Cokeville Panthers, coming off of a massive loss to the Level Bulldogs, either is a result of the home field advantage, or maybe the Bobcats have taken that Level game as a wake-up call and say, but Bowker has gotten his act together, the kids have gotten their act together, and the scoreboard is saying everything for itself. Cokeville, the number 5 team in Class 2A, and Thermopolis is doing as well as they are. That should probably tell you a lot of things. And, of course, second half still needs to be played, but if they keep this, they got the momentum. Okay, that first touchdown got everything going in motion. And the Bobcats are going to play PO'd after having that pick 6 called back. And you know Nolan Collins has got to be upset. With that being said, and I'm loving that Boone Bowker, it's like he's listening to our broadcast, I swear to God, because he has started passing, he's trusted Armani a ton this game. There's been it's still been a balance it's been more tipped toward the running game still, but it's more even between the pass game and the run game, which I'm really applauding Bowker for doing that. Maybe that's just my personal football philosophy as a coach myself, but maybe I am biased toward the passing side, but I do think there needs to be balance here with a 2A school. You can't just run the ball, and you can't just pass the ball. I'd be upset if Bowker was just passing the ball as much as he was, running the ball, right? Because there has to be balance. Your running backs are going to get tired. Your quarterbacks are going to get tired. Everyone's going to get tired. And it's just one of those things where, yeah, like I said, I said this like 5 times already, there's got to be balance, right? Because not only that, these guys watch film every week, right? There's film. There's stuff to watch your team on, right? And they're going to watch the film on Monday's practice, and they're going to be like, hey, those guys, all they do is run the ball. So they're going to go there, they're going to go this place, they're going to go this place, they're going to go that place, and you're going to come up and you're going to meet them at that spot, right? Because they're going to know your every move. If you just run the ball, run the same play every 5 plays, right? They're going to know what the game plan is, and they're going to stop it. Catch them off guard. Mix up the playbook a little bit. I know it's high school, but you got to have like a bit of a playbook to work off of, right? And I think Bowker has finally got it through his head that he can't just run the ball the entire game. And I know I've gotten in trouble for my comments on this show before, and on the Facebook page, but like, I'm just saying it as a Bobcat fan that there's a reason why I've been so critical of this team, because I love this team, right? I've been calling their games for 8 years, but this is finally something positive. That first half, despite the early slip-ups, it's something positive to look at. Okay, the Bobcats could be down 35-0 right now. They could have quit after those first 2 scores, but they didn't. They came back and they made a good play. and another good play, and another good play, and it just turned into 2 touchdowns. And a pick six that was ultimately called back, but that's a different story. And Bobcats need to keep that momentum going in. Now, a couple things I will change, or I would change if I was Boone Bowker. Address the problems with the run defense first and foremost, because they have. I know. The statistics say that they're the third best in the 2A, but I don't believe that. The Bobcats have been Swiss cheese on their defensive side all game, and the run game has killed them the most, I think. There was one good pass play for Cokeville, but Cokeville, it's kind of been the opposite from my observation, because pass defense has been, it's been okay. But the run defense has, while probably statistically they're doing okay, the run defense has, been letting things through. It's been like an opening door the entire game. And Cokeville has a really good runner. Okay, they've been really using number 15. Who is that again? They've been using Justin Moyes and Cashton Walker have been just running all over them. Bobcats need to figure that out in the locker room. They're probably going to come out of the locker room here in about 3 minutes. Or sorry, they're actually coming out like right now. And they need to, what they should have addressed it in the locker room. They're going to have to put that forward here in a minute. There's 3 minutes left. That's the end of our Two Basins Sports Hour halftime show. Let's head to the scores from around the Two Basins, brought to you by YO Preps. And let's start off with the game I've been thinking about that's been on my mind, a Bighorn Basin clash between the Lovell Bulldogs and the Whirlin Warriors. As soon as YO Preps decides to cooperate with me, there we go. And it's been really good so far. Sorry, no, they actually haven't kicked off yet. Sorry about that. I apologize. They have a 7 p.m. kickoff. Lovell, the 4th ranked team in Class 3A. Whirlin, the number 3 ranked team. Not bad for coming down from 3A. We also have a canceled game from the Bighorn Basin. The Bighorn Rams are supposed to play the Moorcroft Wolves in Bighorn, but obviously, due to the fires up in Sheridan and Dayton and Manchester and stuff like that, they've been forced to evacuate those towns. Obviously, no game is being played this week with Moorcroft and Bighorn. I don't know if it's a forfeit that's going to give Moorcroft a win, or if they're going to reschedule it for a later date. But right now, that game has been canceled. Same thing for the Tongue River. I know this is outside the Bighorn Basin, but so has the Tongue River and Upton Sundance game. That game was ruled as a forfeit. Upton Sundance wins that game. Let's get back into the Bighorn Basin. Let's go to Class 6, man, actually. We should have started with that. Let me see here. Class 6, man. The TT Longhorns played the Burlington Huskies and Matiti lost that game. Burlington won 52-12 in that 6-man competition. Heading up to Class. Right now, let's take a look at Cody taking on the Evanston Red Devils. Cody, number 2 team, Class 3A. Cody is winning that game right now at the half, 41-0. Riverton taking on Buffalo today. Riverton, number 5, Buffalo, number 3. That game right now in the first quarter. Lander Valley Tigers taking on the Douglas Bearcats, number 5 team in 3A in Douglas. That game scoreless right now in the first quarter. That has been your scores from around the Two Basins. And for those games currently in progress, we'll take a look at those at the end of this contest. Half has come to a close here. They are currently warming up. We'll be right back for the start of the third quarter here on Two Basins Sports Network. Be up 21-14, but the interception by Nolan Collins returned forward. The pick six was called back. And a kick out to the far side will be flagged down as it goes out of bounds. So, giving Cokeville more yards than they probably need. And the fans are really spilling in here. The student section is packed, and it's only a matter of time before train horn guy shows up. One of the students over there just looked at me like, are you freaking crazy? Cokeville still in the huddle. Train going by here on that Casper subdivision. And, what is it? Is it Casper subdivision or something else? Somebody who's a BNSF nerd, please tell me. I forgot what it's called. I think it is subdivision. But shotgun set here for Cokeville. The orange shuts moving here in motion. And a run up the gut for the quarterback. He will not get very far. Second down coming up.
Number 10 with the run.
So that is number 10, Cashton Walker. And this guy has had the brunt of the workload for the Cokeville Panthers here so far this evening. Cashton Walker and Kaysen Walker both. And Justin Moyes. They've run the ball quite a bit here tonight. Those three have been the forefront of that Cokeville running game tonight. Cokeville getting ready, 2nd and 9. Here's the sun. It's now starting to set here at LeRoy Hayes Field. Bobcat fans, make some noise. 2nd and 9. Up the gut here. He's got room, and it'll be a first down and more as it'll be brought down close to midfield. First down and 10 coming up for far side run for Moyes. It'll be brought down for a small gain. Here comes Cokeville on 2nd down and 7. All right at midfield. The snap, it'll be a run up the middle. Cokeville's got it, and it'll be a bit of a run of about maybe, I'd say, 4 yards there as he carries it down to the 46-yard line. 3rd down coming up for Cokeville. Very ironic because I've actually got a Diet Pepsi near me, so... We only serve Pepsi products at the concession stand, no Coke. So, take that, Panthers. And here comes the run on the far side. He's got some room. And that is Cashton Walker on the run to the far side. It brings up first down as Cokeville is getting a big run here in the first drive of the half. And I believe this will be their 5th offensive drive of the game. Run up the middle and brought down. Second down, and I think this will be either 7 or 6 coming up. It is 7. 9:28 to go in the third quarter. Wow, that went by pretty quickly. Cokeville 2nd down. Bobcats have to make a good stand here. Been a very clear 3rd down. And the Meowing Mormons having a lot of trouble there on this set of downs compared to the ones behind the line there. So we have a connection that is, smooth. However, that being said, it is cutting in and out. So we're having kind of a new problem with this one here. The snap, pitch, and it's a bad one. Picked up on the Bobcat! It's picked up near the 46-yard line. Purple goal takeover.
Cruz Mascaro with the recovery.
Cruz Mascaro with a fumble recovery. First time we've called his name tonight. And I think Mike Mascaro is in attendance here tonight. So what an incredible way. What an incredible thing to see your own son do. Great heads-up play there by the defensive line. That is back-to-back bad snaps for the Panthers. Now the Bobcats have to take this momentum and go forward here. The snap. And a run up the gut here. And it'll be a keeper by Dukes, I believe it was, and he is Stam. Brought down for a loss of 1. It'll bring up second down and 11. Tackle was credited to Ryder Pope, a 212-pound senior. Bobcats, 2 men in the backfield, ready to go. Split backs here. Snap. Keeper by the quarterback up the far side. He's got it. Armani Duke's not with much of a gain there, but it does get them back past the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 9 coming up for the Bobcats. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. That amounts to 19:30 to go in the game. You're watching homecoming football on 2 Basin Sports. And the mascot is here at the game. Camera is not able to be panned down, I think. And under a lot of pressure, weaving his way through, throws it under duress there, and he'll be incomplete there as he had to throw it away. Brings up 4th down and 9 for the Bobcats. Will they punt it away or will they take the chances here? Honestly, let your defense do the job here. It's not really, it's a tie game. You could probably afford to punt it away here. No, it's fine. It's not in the way of the camera. It's fine. 4th down coming up for the Bobcats. 7 minutes to go. Under center. Check that. It's a punt. Sorry. Punts it away. What a boot by a high school standard, at least. Caught on the far side, tripped up near the 20, and the turf monster guy. It looked like it was Gavin Weska that got the return there. So 1st and 10, Cokeville. 1st and 10, Cokeville. The Panthers are ready to get going for another set. We all know how that last drive ended. A fumble off of back-to-back bad, botched snaps. The quarterback, unfortunately, went right over his head on that snap that ended up going to the Bobcats. Let's see if the Cokeville Panthers can get it together. They've not had a very good game so far, or very good half so far. Or actually, penalties on the play. Looks like somebody jumped a little bit early there. Looks like it was on the Bobcats, so they might have gotten them on that hard count there. So with that, it'll bring up 1st down and 5 for the Meowan Mormons. The snap and a run up the middle. And he is brought down, had a pretty decent gain there, about a yard or 2 away from the first down. What the heck? I hear metal scraping. 6:36 to go here. 2nd and 1 coming up for the Panthers here. Remember, got that penalty for a jump on the Bobcats. Student section doing everything they can here to hype up this defense. Try and distract the Panthers a little bit. The snap and a run up the gut. It'll be a 1st down and just a little bit more. Still on his feet and brought down close to the 45. We'll bring up 1st down for Cokeville.
Collins on attack.
Collins, once again, he's had a huge impact on defense in that first half, including, I think, I don't know if that was him that did it or somebody else, but there was a big hit. I think it was by him. Sun starting to set here at LeRoy Hayes Field. You're watching varsity football here on 2 Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. The snap and a run up the middle here. He's tripped up past midfield, and it'll be brought down. The run made by, I think that was either number 24 or someone else. We got an injured Bobcat here on the ground here at Stell Dukes, and we got a timeout. We'll be right back. Like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field. Dale Duke's the injured Bobcat on the play. He's walking under his own power. Cokeville Panthers, 2nd down and 1. They have broken past midfield. However, that's not exactly a guarantee that Cokeville's going to get a score here. Bobcats were able to force the fumble in motion. Number 15 on the play. And it'll be a run up the far side and a good stop there by the Bobcats. However, it'll be a 1st down for the Panthers.
Stam on the tackle.
And Stam, he's got himself a couple of touchdowns, and he's got himself a couple of good plays on defense as well. Coming off the field looks to be number 53. And so that is James Witt that just came off the field here. The Pee Wee players down there kind of helping out amongst the group there. Run to the far side, and it will be 1st down again for the Panthers. Couldn't catch the runner there. Bobcats need to make a good stand here. They've been doing so well this game, and this is unfortunately what I've been afraid of with this run defense is that they've been just collapsing in on themselves here. Run toward the middle the middle center side. 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter as we've approached the halfway mark about 60 seconds ago. And we are a 4th of the way through this half here on route to the end of this game. Bobcats will take on the Lyman Eagles next week on the road, heading into Mormon territory for the 2nd time this year. It'll be in Uintah County playing the Lyman Eagles. And then the reverse will be true the next week. Senior night against the Mountain View Buffaloes, the number 1 team in Class in 2A West. The snap. And a run up the middle here, and it will be good gain on the play for the Panthers. 3rd down coming up. Keeps the clock running. So 3rd and 1 coming up.
3rd down coming up.
And so a timeout has been called, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bobcat football on Two Basins Sports Network. Like talking back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field here in Thermopolis. I don't know who the timeout was for. I assume it was Thermopolis timeout there. I didn't catch the hand signal, so I apologize. I think an educated guess here is in order. Cokeville, 3rd down and 1. Last time they were in this part of the field, it was a turnover. Snap. And a run, a bit of a dog pile there. It looks like it'll be enough for the 1st down. So 4:19 to go. Cokeville pushes forward. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. Seems like the only way the Bobcats can get the ball back here is probably just to force the turnover. However, Cokeville has not thrown at all this drive. Can't get a pick there. They haven't done a great job. I mean, Cokeville's been doing good holding on to the football, so I don't know. No bad snaps. Cokeville Panthers. A sneeze on the run, and still feels like a summer's night out. Sorry. Feels like a summer's night out here. It's like 70-something degrees. Third down and 2. 2:43 left to go on the board. The snap and a run to the near side up the middle there. And he is marked, I think, past the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10. 2:30 to go. 1st and goal for the Panthers. And the Meowing Mormons have made all the way down. They weren't even in this side of the field like 5 minutes ago. The snap. The snap. Run up the left side here. Still fighting and marked short of the goal line. To go here in the third quarter. Bobcats have to make a goal line. Not the score, but it was multiple small plays that turned into something that turned into 6 points. Cokeville getting ready to kick it away here. The kick is up near far side, out near the chain gang, and they had to run for cover there. It'll bring up 1st and 10 off of a penalty for the kick out of bounds. And so with that, it'll bring up 1st and 10. Wind starting to come in now. A bit of relief. It's been a hot game, quite frankly. A bit too hot for October. Whether or not you believe global warming is a thing, you have to admit this is not normal for October. But then again, it is Wyoming. The weather is a little bit bipolar over here. Up to the 35-yard line now, off of the penalty. 1st and 10 coming up. Cokeville lined up in a 4-man set here. Bobcats lined up shotgun. In motion is Aarons. It'll be a pass play here. Bobcats rolling out to the right side. He's got to try and get rid of it. Throws it to the sideline. It's almost picked off. Almost picked off by number 46 on the player. Number 45, Flint Linford, I believe that was, that tried to make the pick. And what a play on the ball there, as they will, looks like they're going to try and shift the defense here, 15-4. So I think Justin Moyes and Eamon Hatch switch sides of the field there. They're flipping the defense a little bit, trying to see if they can't get the Bobcats off guard here. In motion is Nolan Collins. It'll be a run up the gut here. And brought down. Cokeville celebrating over there like they just won the Super Bowl. 3rd down coming up. Third down and 12 coming up. 22-14 here. Bobcats trailing once again here. They had a fantastic second quarter, and it's just all gone down the toilet here in the third quarter. They got to try and get something going in the fourth. They haven't won a homecoming game since 2022. Or sorry, check that. They won last year against Pinedale. They haven't lost a game at homecoming in a while. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. I don't know why I thought they lost last year. They played Pinedale. 4th down is coming up off the tackle for loss. 30 seconds to go. They beat Rich in 2022. They beat Pinedale in 2023, but they might not beat Cokeville if they keep this up here in 2024. They're going to be back to punt, it looks like. Got 2 people back to return for Cokeville. The snap, it's up. Puts it away. A bit of a high one there. And it will go out near the 45 inside of Cokeville territory as the buzzer sounds. They will down it. And that will conclude the third quarter. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter. It is homecoming football here on Two Basins Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats. Like talking back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Bobcats. Cokeville Panthers and Thermopolis Bobcats here on homecoming night. Cokeville leading 22-14 here at LHF. Fourth quarter about ready to start here, and it's not been a great one. It's not been a very good third quarter for the Bobcats. I don't know what happened. First quarter was bad, second quarter was great, and then third quarter was bad. Maybe fourth quarter will be better for the Bobcats. But first and 10, Cokeville, off of the punt return that was downed to end the third quarter. The snap and a run up the far side. He's got room to run, and he is still on his feet. Finally brought down near the sideline, near the 40-yard line. So I think about the 42 was where it was marked down at. A fantastic little run there. Just a heads up to fans here on TBSN. We'll be in Lyman next week as the Bobcats travel through the Wind River Canyon and Boysen Reservoir, down through the Wind River Indian Reservation, through South Pass, and onto Interstate 80 out of Rock Springs through Little America into the Bridger Valley to take on the Lyman Eagles. Coverage, I think, starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Jesus. Yay, that means we'll be able to get home the same day. Anyway, the coverage, I think, starts at 2 p.m. However, check hotsprings1.org and, of course, our stream page for, kickoff time. And it's a penalty on Cokeville. It might be delay a game. And that is going to bring up first down, maybe second down for Cokeville. No, looks to be first down and 15, so check that. I apologize. Fans still waving their flags here. They're still wearing their gear. A full house here despite the score here. Or about as full as you can get this side of the bleachers anyway. A lot of people are still over there in the concession stand. And a run to the near side, and he's got room. Down inside close to the 30, actually. He stopped near the 30. So the run was made by... the run was made by Justin Moyes, the senior. Or Moyes. It's either Moyes or Moyes. I don't know. It's probably Moyes, but I don't know. But Moyes has been the number one runner for tonight here for the Cokeville Panthers. And here comes a run up the near side, and he's still on his feet and being dragged back. Forward progress has him at the first down, so it'll be another first down for the Panthers, it looks like. I think. No, I'm pretty sure. And referees just had to confirm it. First down, Panthers. Clock continues to run here on homecoming night. Bobcats and the Panthers. Bobcats trying to break into that cutoff point for the playoffs. Bobcats actually in that first team out type of situation. They're behind, I believe, the Lovell Bulldogs for the playoff spot. So pitch to the far side here. It's Moyes on the run. He's got a lot of room, and he might get past the sticks for the first down. A little bit more than that.
Team with the run.
Check that. He is actually, I think, just a little short. Nope, they will move the chains. First down. The referee signaled him out about a yard or so short of that, but I think the other referee probably had another say. We apologize that if you're not able to see here, that is the student section blocking the way, unfortunately. Got some really tall people up there, so we apologize for that. Nothing we can do. Hey, at least that's not like a broadcast issue itself, right? By the way, knock on wood, we've had no issues in this second half. A run up the near side, still on his feet, breaks one tackle, and then forward progress will have him close to the 10. By the way, red zone alert for the Cokeville Panthers. And they could get the touchdown to seal it here. And we will have a... Coming up after the game, we'll have a update on your scores from around the two basins. That's the Wind River and Bighorn Basin, as well as, upcoming matchups for both the Cokeville Panthers and the Thermopolis Bobcats. Timeout has been called here, and looks like it's timeout Thermopolis. We'll take a quick break. Check that. It's not. I'm sorry. The hand signals, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. So like I said, we'll have scores from around the two basins, followed by upcoming matchups. Oh, what a stop there for the Cats. Second down coming up on the attempted run by number 5, Kason Walker. The senior making some moves here. By the way, a lot of seniors, or sorry. Oh, never mind, not a lot of seniors. There's about, I've counted 6 seniors on this Cokeville roster. Everyone else is either a freshman or a sophomore. So that's incredible, actually. A little bit of young blood here, but hey, they're probably big enough to field a JV team. So run up the gut for the Panthers. And he'll be brought down. Third down coming up here. Bobcats have had a decent goal line defense this season. And timeout now will be called by Cokeville. So we'll take a quick break. Do not go anywhere. You're watching Bobcat football on Two Basin Sports Network. It's homecoming night here at LeRoy Hayes Field. On up the gut here for, and it is a touchdown for the Panthers off the run by number 5, Kason Walker. So Panthers, I think, might have just put away this game unless the Bobcats can do something really quickly. There's 8 minutes left in this game, so they have to do something quickly here. 28 to 14 here at LeRoy Hayes Field. The Bobcats looking pretty primed to get their third loss of the season here. Playoff hopes are not dashed yet. However, they do have to kick it into high gear in the game against Lyman. And Lyman right now last in Class 2A West. They might actually have an opportunity against the Eagles next week. The snap. Run up the near side, and he is in for the conversion. And that'll make this a 30-14 game. We'll be right back. You're watching Varsity Football on TBSN, the voice of the Bobcats. Welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Bobcats. And homecoming not going the way that the Bobcats would like, as the Cokeville Panthers, the number 5 team in all of Class 2A, are coming into Thermopolis turf after a long 5-hour drive up from Cokeville, almost near the Idaho border. And Cokeville has this mentality right now of, we just came 5 hours on a bus ride to Thermopolis, to your little town. We are not going home with a loss tonight. That is basically their mindset right now. It's like that mindset of, okay, I traveled this long for this. I'm here to do my job, and I'm going home. That's basically their mindset right now. And honestly, I feel them. Kicks it away here. Back to return. Up the middle here, near side, running, and he jukes out a couple people, breaks another tackle, and he's down near the 30. First down for the Bobcats, off the return by Del Dukes. And Iron Man playing from the band here, the Hot Springs County High School Band. Does the band actually sound like significantly better this year? I mean, I know there's a lot of people here because it's homecoming, but like the band actually sounds good this year. The snap, it'll be a pass. Armani Duke's way too far back. It's caught for the pass. He's on his feet. Pass the first down, and just a little bit more. Down near the sideline, the side's blocking our camera. We apologize for that, but first down, Bobcats. There's a lady in front of us with a cardboard sign that blocked the view of the play. We apologize that you missed that on the camera. 8:18 left on the board. First down, Bobcats. This is the kind of momentum they need. In motion. The snap. And a handoff to Aarons. He's got some room up the far side. He's brought down for a small gain on the play. Second down coming up for the Cats. Kind of doing the Cokeville tactic here, but they do not have time for these small plays. They have to get something consistently rolling here. There's 7:48 left in this game. If the Bobcats want to go 3-2 here, they got to do something here. The snap, pass to the near side, Collins with a catch. And still on his feet and out of bounds. Marked down about 2 yards short of the first. It'll bring up third down, I believe, for the Cats. And Nolan Collins. I mean, when we deliver our TBSN player of the game, it's either him or it's Cokeville's Justin Moyes, because Nolan has been just a fantastic player. If he doesn't get it, what class even is he? What class is Nolan? Let me check. He's a junior, so if he doesn't get a scholarship next year, I'm going to riot. Up the middle, and that should be a first down, and I believe it is, and a lot more, about a gain of 4 on the play. First down, Bobcats.
First down, Bobcats.
So that's four more tries here to get to the end zone, added to their arsenal. You know, when I was coaching third grade football last year, I actually kind of had a bit of an analogy. It's kind of like a checkpoint if you ever played a video game. Back to pass, throws it, slings it to the far side. It's caught! First down and a little bit more! Down to the 35-yard line, and that's another Bobcat. First down! First and 10 for Thermopolis. They've broken into the Cokeville side of the field. Now they just have to try and get 35 more yards to try and bring this game a little bit closer. In motion. Dukes in shotgun set. Sends a man in motion from the far side. He's running near side. Gets the snap. It'll be a pass play. Nope. Quarterback rolling back. Trying to find some time. Throws it to the near side to try and throw it away, and it's incomplete. Second down coming up. Second and 10 for the Bobcats. Trying to scan the field, see if there's any laundry here. So these high school games can turn into it's quite fitting because, they kind of looks like a teenager's messy room when there's a couple of flags thrown in. Second and 10 coming up here, trying to see what they're talking about. Referees are talking amongst themselves. I wonder what's going on. Homecoming night here. The fans this is the one game out of the year where everybody shows up. There's only 4 home games usually within the year. And everybody has shown up and showed out. The student section is great as it always been. The band here, the cheerleaders, they even brought the mascot out, which they normally do for the second half. And it is a penalty on the Bobcats. So with that, the only thing that hasn't been great today has been the product on the field. Friendly reminder of what's next here on TBSN. We're heading down to Lyman as the Bobcats take on the Lyman Eagles. Fortunately, the Eagles only have like 1 or 2 wins, I think so far this year. So this might actually be an opportunity for the Bobcats to try and rebound and get themselves in a position to make the playoffs. And that will be right here on Two Bases Sports Network. After this 3 games to go here of the season, the snap, drops back to pass, under pressure, throws it near side, it's caught. And never mind, it's incomplete. Actually, I might have cursed him there, and it was Nolan Collins on the incompletion. 3rd down in a Walmart parking lot here. Down at the 55-yard line. Here comes the snap. In shotgun set. The snap. Drops back to pass here. Throws it to the far side. It's caught! And he's got it! First down a little bit more! He's got down! Red zone for your Thermopolis Bobcats! And Thermopolis continuing to, they dug themselves some holes, but they're trying to dig themselves out of it. And that's a goal. That is a red zone alert here for Thermopolis. A pass to the near side. It's incomplete. Out of the hands of, I think that's Collins. And he is pounding his helmet, pretty frustrated that he couldn't hold on to it. And we are halfway through the 4th quarter. Bobcats have 6 minutes to try and get something going here. Got to admit, though, Bobcats have had some close games all season. And, the fact that they're challenging the number 5 team in 2A is actually pretty incredible, all things considered. It's been a close game. This is about the largest gap they've had. It'll be a pass, and it is way incomplete as he tried to throw it to the outside. Trying to see who that was intended for. I think that was Ryan Aarons that he tried to throw to there. So 3rd down and 10 coming up. Bobcats need to chill out right now. Can't really run the ball here. You need a big game play, unless you want to try and see if you can't get Bourne out there to try and kick the field goal, which I doubt Bowker is really going to trust his kicker to do so. Shotgun set here for the Bobcats. In motion. Far side to near. The snap. It's going to be a pass. Throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. Almost picked off on the far side. 4th down's coming up here. They can't punt it. They're just going to have to go for it. Try and swallow it here a little bit. 5:54 to go here on the board as the sun sets at LeRoy Hayes Field. 4th down and 10. They've had 3 straight incomplete passes. Armani Dukes just needs to settle into the pocket here. Offensive line, I will admit, they've done a lot better in this game compared to the last 3 games. 4 games. Offensive line really has to try and settle in here, try and hit those blocks, give Dukes a little bit of time here. They're going full house here. This could be a pass play. Shotgun set for Dukes. The snap. Drops back to pass. 4-step, 5-step. Throws it over the middle. It's caught! Touchdown! Bobcats! And the pass play works out. Bobcats are on top, 30-20. Sorry, Cokeville still on top, 30-20. But the Bobcats close the gap a little. That's the play the Bobcats needed to swing momentum their way. Under center. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Snap. Up the middle, and he's in. The 2-point conversion is good. And the Bobcats make it an 8-point game. The ambulance goes off, and so does the fire truck. She'll be back. It's an 8-point game here at the Thermopolis. 5:49 to go. We'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. A pass play from about 30 or so yards out ended up with a touchdown. The Bobcats still trailing, but momentum should be going their way. Cokeville will have to do something incredible to make sure the Bobcats don't get back in this game here. They're already back in this game, but they just need that push over the ledge here, try and get themselves ahead here. Getting ready for the kickoff here. Boren getting ready. There are 10 men on that line ready to find somebody to hit. One man trying to boot it as far as he possibly can. 2 men back to return for the Panthers. Looks to be like one of those 5-2-2 type of kickoffs. There'll be an onside kick. They're going to try and fall on it. And who has it? Bobcats say they have it. Well, let's see what the referee says. It is Cokeville ball. So the onside kick doesn't quite work, but the Bobcats can make a good stand here. Cokeville, they could try to run out the clock, or they could try and seal this game, but they're going to need a lot of patience here. Cokeville getting set. The snap. A run up the middle. He's brought down for a small gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Cokeville Panthers. 5:38 to go in the game. Bobcats still have a little bit of time. However, got to know something about high school football. At least in the state of Wyoming, there's no 2-minute warning. So that clock is just going to continue to tick down here without a break unless there's a touchdown or somebody goes out of bounds or there's a turnover of some kind. They got to be able to try. Bobcats got to try and control the clock a little bit here. Bowker still, I think, has 2 timeouts left in his arsenal. Don't know who called that first timeout in the third quarter, but the snap, it'll be a run up the far side for the Panthers. And not very far. He will get to midfield. About a gain of 4, if I have to make an educated guess. 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers.
Hoops and Aaron Bell tackle.
4:42 left in the game. Bobcats have to make 2 more stops here. Maybe 1 more. But 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers. Man under center for the Panthers. They're bleeding the clock dry here. Logan Dayflo trying to get the fans riled up. A run up the gut here for the Panthers. 1st down and a little bit more. Collins gets trucked. Panthers breaking into the red zone. He's still going. And down to the 15-yard line. 1st down, Cokeville. And like I said, that defensive line is just Swiss cheese against this running offense. And Bobcats, this was what I was afraid of. I knew Cokeville was going to be one of those types of running teams. But the Bobcats just continue to let everything through on the running side. And it's a red zone alert for the Cokeville Panthers. 3 men ready to return, 3 men ready to run here. 2 men in a 2-point stance, it looks like. Two men line up in a 3-point stance. It'll be a run up the gut here for the fullback, and he'll be brought down for a nice stop. Actually, a loss on the play. 2nd and 11 coming up. 3:28 to go. Bobcats, if they make a stop, they got to make it now. And if they use their timeouts here, they're not going to have much time, or they're not going to have any timeouts here to use on offense, so they're going to have to probably try and use the sidelines here if they can. Make some noise, Bobcat fans. 2nd and 11. The snap. There'll be a run up the middle. And he is stopped for a gain of about 3. And a timeout has been called by Thermopolis. We'll be right back. You are watching Bobcat football on Two Basins Sports Network. Like talking back inside of Hot Springs County High School here at LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis. Bobcats and the Panthers in what has been a fantastic game up to this point, and Bobcats trying to keep this game within reach, but the Panthers are inside the Bobcat 10. Actually 13, never mind. There'll be a run here up the middle, breaking free, and he's got multiple defenders at his feet, and they're in. Touchdown, Panthers. And the Panthers, I think that might have been the ceiling touchdown unless the Bobcats score and get the onside kick, but I can't see any way the Bobcats can really come back here unless they can, pleasantly surprise me. I don't know. Panthers getting ready. 2-point conversion coming up. They haven't kicked a single PAT today, actually. There'll be a run up the near side off the pitch, and he is in for the conversion. So Cokeville will convert on 2 here, 38-22 when we come back. Bobcats will get the kickoff return. 2:46 to go. You're watching homecoming football on Two Basin Sports Network. Like talking back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Bobcats had a 2-year win streak going on with homecoming games. Their last loss on homecoming was to the Lovell Bulldogs in 2021, a 51-15 loss. Well, we're back here as, let me get the stream going here. Bobcats with a return to the far side, still on his feet and brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 on a new drive for the Cats. And a homecoming night that has been wrecked by the Panthers, actually. I kind of respect them in a way. They're able to come all this way on the road in homecoming day and beat the Bobcats, and it's always good to have like a little homecoming spoiler, I guess. Bobcats lined up, 2 men to his hip, the snap on shotgun, he's going to pass it. Under a little bit of pressure, he's going to choose to run up the middle. He's got some yards, and he'll gain about 7 on the play there, and a pretty good sized hit there. Heard a couple of groans from the crowd, actually. Cokeville Panthers will take on the Kemmerer Rangers next Friday. That will be at 6 p.m. As for the Thermopolis Bobcats, they will take on I know I've said this 1,000 freaking times. But the Thermopolis Bobcats will take on the Lyman Eagles. We'll take on the Lyman Eagles. Kickoff starts at 2 p.m. And a pass here. He'll throw over the middle, and it's almost picked off. Incomplete pass there, intended for, I believe that was either Aarons or Collins. I think it might have been Aarons, actually. 1:57 left in the night here. Friendly reminder of who's playing who next week. The Cokeville Panthers taking on the Kemmerer Rangers in Kemmerer at Ranger Stadium. Hey, we were just there. Kickoff starts at 6 p.m. there. If you're a Cokeville fan watching this, which I doubt you are. And then the Bobcats take on the Lyman Eagles next week in Lyman at Eagle Stadium. Kickoff will start at 2 p.m. because Lyman does not have lights. The snap. The throw, he's going to launch it deep to Collins. Oh, it's incomplete. And Collins could not hold on to it. I think it was tipped away by number 4, Ammon Hatch. Or check that. Might actually have been somebody else entirely. Trying to see his number if he would just turn my way for a second. Might have been... Yep, no, that was Ammon Hatch that made the swat. So great job there by the cornerback. He's listed as just E. I don't know if that means end or something. I don't know. Or edge. I don't know, something like that. The snap. And a keeper by Dukes on 4th down, and he is going to be driven back, and it'll be a turnover on downs, brought down by a Pride of Panthers on that play. Got a yard short of where he needed to go. This game is well over, pretty much. So with that, the Panthers will... There's still 1:43 left in the game here, but with that, the Panthers, I think, will increase their record to 3-2 on their quest to make the playoffs. Bobcats will be downgraded to 2-3 and put in a pretty bad situation. Let's go over the standings again. This is the standings as of the start of Week 5. Mountain View undefeated right now, 5-0. We'll go through their game after this, and Worland also took on Lovell. So that's a battle right there between 2nd and 4th place in the standings. Thermopolis pretty much needed to win this game. If Pinedale or Lyman win tonight, that could be a bad thing. And the run up the middle, and he is brought down. That looked pretty painful. Number run. The run by Cashton Walker on the play. It'll bring up 1st down for the Panthers. 1:35 left on the board here, and the clock will continue to run. It's only 7:30, if you can believe it. We had a bit of an early kickoff because of how long it takes to get from Cokeville to Thermopolis. Cokeville getting ready. Trying to just bleed the clock here. I don't really blame them. And it looks like they have kneeled it. So Cokeville victory formation there. They have kneeled it. That will let the clock run. 2nd down and 12, I believe. I think you lose 2 yards on a kneel. I can't remember. Might as well unplug some of my equipment here. Make it a little bit easier to pack up, I guess. But, and the kneel, 30 seconds left. I think they're going to have to do it one more time. I'm not sure. I think they do. I don't know, actually, now that I think about it. But we'd like to thank all of our fans for watching here on Two Basin Sports Network. The final score, the Cokeville Panthers 38 and the Thermopolis Bobcats 22. And I'd like to thank all of the Cokeville fans for coming out here and supporting their Panthers. And I'd like to thank the Bobcat fans for coming out here tonight on homecoming night. Before we go, let's deliver your scores from around the Two Basins. Starting with a couple of matchups. I'm sorry, hold on 1 second. Getting your scores from around the Two Basins, starting with a couple of matchups here in the Bighorn Basin. Let me refresh the page here real quick. Let me see here. Okay, so starting out with Class 3A, let's go with that real quick. Still in the 4th quarter, the Star Valley Panthers taking on the Powell Panthers, or Star Valley Braves taking on the Powell Panthers. I'm sorry. Star Valley absolutely obliterating Powell in the 4th quarter, 42-7. And we have a final from Evanston, the Cody Brox, number 2 in Class 3A. took on the Evanston Red Devils. Cody won that game 50-3. Riverton taking on Buffalo right now in Riverton. Number 5 versus number 3. Buffalo winning that game at the half right now, 12-0. The score from the Douglas and Lander game right now. The Douglas Bearcats beating Lander right now, 7-3. Keep in mind, Douglas, the number 5 team in Class 3A, it is in the third quarter of that game right now. So that is the Wind River Basin. That is the conclusion of the 3A scores from around the basin. Let's take a look at... I'm sorry. Okay, we had a little bit of a connection issue there, but apparently there was no report of a score in that Shoshone-Wind River game. They started about when we had our halftime. Rocky Mountain taking on Wyoming Indian right now. Rocky Mountain is leading at halftime, 39-0 right now in that game. And then finally rounding out our scores from around the basin in 6-man. The Burlington Huskies beat the Meeteetse Longhorns today, 52-12. Serving 2 teams in the Big Horn Basin there. Burlington was number 3 heading into that game, 52-12. Once again, Burlington versus Meeteetse. A couple of games that are happening tomorrow around the 2 basins here. Big Piney taking on the Grable Buffaloes tomorrow at 1 p.m. That game will be played in Grable. And a couple more games there. 10 Sleep will be taking on the Riverside Rebels. Riverside just getting moved down from 9-man to 6-man this year. Riverside already number 5 in Class 6-man as a whole. They'll be taking on the 10 Sleep Pioneers in a Big Horn Basin matchup tomorrow at Pioneer Stadium. That game will kick off at 2 p.m. We would like to thank everybody for listening in here on 2 Basin Sports Network. Once again, I'd like to thank the Cokeville crowd for coming all the way up here from Lincoln County to watch this game. And thank you to all the Bobcat fans for coming to this game as well. And thank you to the Hot Springs County School District for not booting us out. I'm just joking. I love you guys. We'll see you next week in Lyman when the Bobcats take on the Eagles. For now.